It's that time of the year again! Sure, Halloween might be long over, but when you're a fan of The Nightmare Before Christmas, your spooky fun can last all the way through to December. It's a multi-holiday movie, so go ahead and watch it on loop for 3 months straight. Enjoy yourself. But by your 200th viewing, let us know if you've ever asked yourself this one question. Why does Halloween Town have both a king and a mayor? People ask it. People ask it a lot. I'm Arielle with Channel Frederator, and I'm here to clear things up because I might have an interesting explanation for you. What if I told you that Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King, isn't a real king? What do you mean I can't wear this the whole video? Let's start with this. Jack's title is the Pumpkin King, and he lives in a place called Halloween Town. He's the king of town, if you will. If there is a king, you're living in a monarchy. At the same time, Halloween Town has another authority figure, the mayor, an elected official. Now, we can end this conversation right away and talk about how Queen Elizabeth lives in London, a city with its own elected mayor, and how it's normal for them to coexist. Because yeah, in real life, a kingdom is a country, and countries have lots of cities and towns within them with their own mayors. The original Nightmare Before Christmas poem actually refers to Jack's home as Halloween Land. So he could be the king of Halloween Land, but he happens to live in their capital, Halloween Town, like New York City, New York, New York, New York, Halloween, 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 Halloween. But alright, isn't that making things just a little complicated? This is a fairy tale. If your story's characters are a king, queen, prince, or princess, their home is usually a kingdom. And your visual of that kingdom they live in isn't a chunk of land on a map like a whole country, but it's presented as a recognizable city. I'm not saying that's the rule per se. You can have a complex setting, but this is just the simplest way of doing it. And simplicity is the key to our discussion today. The Nightmare Before Christmas is an incredibly simplistic film. If Jack were intended to be an actual king and these were his people, they would have put him in a kingdom, not a kingdom's capital city within a monarchy ruling alongside a mayor, whatever the hell I said earlier. No, Halloween Town isn't even a city. It couldn't be a capital. It is literally a town, a small town. It's one of those towns where everybody knows each other. Even you, as an audience member, will know everybody by the end of the film. Just take a look at the town meeting song. You recognize everybody in this room. That's how small the town is. Except for this guy in the back. He kind of creeps me out. What else steers him away from royalty? Well, how about the fact that nobody addresses him as king? Yes, he's called the Pumpkin King a few times, but it sounds more like a nickname more than anything. No one calls him Your Majesty, Your Highness, not even Sir, or Mr. Skellington. Everybody's on a super chill first name basis with him. They all call him Jack. What about his house? He lives in a house. It's a nice house and it's filled with nice things, but it's nothing that spectacular. It isn't a castle or a mansion. It looks around the same size as any of the other buildings. Not to mention it doesn't have any guards or security, no maids or servants. It's just him and his dog. A fancy bachelor pad. But I know what you guys have probably been asking the entire video so far. If he's not a king, why does he have that title in the first place? How did he get it? Why does everybody seem to absolutely worship him, depend on him, shower him with all this attention and praise? Why is he treated like a king when he is not a king? I have a theory. He is a king, but more like a homecoming king. Or better yet, a pageant king. I mean, just look at Jack. If it were a popularity contest, he has it in the bag. The townspeople are absolutely obsessed with him, and who could blame them? He's kind, positive, upbeat, caring, and charming. Friends with everyone, he's tall and handsome, he dresses well. And dude, he's fabulous. Seriously, play Oogie's Revenge on the PS2 or Xbox, watch his moveset, and tell me he doesn't have like 15 years of ballet training. They all look to him for advice to make their Halloweens perfect because he probably used to be some triple threat performer when he was alive, and he knows how to put on the best kind of show. Let's face it, he is the best thing that has ever happened to this town. He could win a beauty pageant, a personality contest, a talent contest, whatever. He is an all-around lovable guy. But this is Halloween, and what's really important is how scary he is. And the movie makes it clear that is what he's known for. That is what he does best. So what I think is that every year, Halloween Town holds some kind of pageant for participants to show how scary they are. And Jack has held the title as the Pumpkin King for a very long time because he wins every year with little to no competition, except for perhaps Oogie Boogie. As a matter of fact, that could be a decent explanation for why he and Jack hate each other so much. Yeah, Jack's a peppy and kind-hearted gentleman and Oogie's a loudmouth jerk. A lovable loudmouth jerk. So they obviously wouldn't click. But what if Oogie, the freaking boogeyman, used to be the scariest guy around? In real life, the boogeyman was a monster that, historically, many kids were terrified of for centuries. What if he was the Pumpkin King for a while? Then this skinny nobody just Sinead turns his way into the picture one Halloween and steals his fame and glory. Oogie would be pissed. Something kind of funny is that Oogie also has a big flamboyant personality, and they both seem to prioritize a good performance and presentation. Think about it, he and Jack are basically just rival theater kids fighting for the lead. Or in this case, the one who gets to ride in at the end of the parade as the big finale. Maybe the title's gone back and forth over the years, or maybe Oogie just can't beat Jack. The Pumpkin King is simply a title given to the winner of some kind of annual Halloween pageant, with the winner being the scariest of them all. So Jack might still be a king in a Princess and the Frog loophole sort of way, but not the kind of king you thought he was. Thinking back on the points I made earlier, with how Jack is settled into a small town, letting people address him by his first name, living in a small home with nobody working for him, he might just prefer a quieter, simple life. Maybe he doesn't feel like he has to live up to these expectations. Jack could just be a really cool and humble king. And like I said, it's not actually abnormal for a mayor to help run a town owned by a king, so Halloween Town, Halloween Land, or Halloween could definitely be a thing. That doesn't seem like enough though. Why would the movie make him a king if it was so drastically downplayed? I honestly think we might have this one. I think our theory makes a lot of sense. But hold on a second. Before I call this a victory, I did mention Oogie's Revenge earlier. It's been a while since I've played. Maybe I should give it a quick look and make sure I haven't missed any vital information. Yeah, I like being thorough with my research. Be right back. Well, damn it. So, Oogie's Revenge. It's a video game, but it's probably the closest thing you will ever get to a Nightmare Before Christmas sequel. If you're not a gamer, try looking up some playthrough videos or a cutscene movie on YouTube. It's a great game, but unfortunately, it looks like it has many elements that throw off everything that we talked about today. Yep, we have a debunker on our hands. The plot is that it's a year after the movie, Oogie's been sewn back up, and now he's out for, well, revenge. Pretty much when the game starts, he's already taken over Halloween Town, and we eventually learn that he's not stopping there. He's actually out to take over all of the holidays and become the 7 Holidays King. Here's the stinger. Right when you start playing, right in the first chapter, Oogie makes a town-wide announcement. He says,
"In place of Jack Skellington, yours truly is now the new ruler of Halloween Town."
Wow, Oogie, thanks for shutting us down right at the gate. The whole time, we've been trying to prove that Jack is actually not an official leader, and there it is. The theory just falls to pieces from there. The mayor gets put in a cage, but that's it, man. He's not the guy Oogie needed to take the town from. The town belongs to Jack. Jack is the king of the town. I suppose for all we know, the development team behind the game was part of the group of people who truly believed Jack was an actual monarch, despite all the information that works against the idea. And that's what they ended up rolling with. Is the game considered canon? I don't know. All I could find was this post online, without a source, mind you, that said it was. And while Tim Burton wasn't involved in making it, correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't see him in the credits, he was happy with it. So there's that. If it truly is canon, we've been busted. A debunked theory on Cartoon Conspiracy usually gets a rating of 0. But I don't know if a single non-creditable user post is enough of a reference for us to go by. So why don't we give it 1 lonely Oogie cockroach out of 5. I gotta admit, this was a conspiracy that I had on my mind for a long while, and I thought it would do better. I thought it would have more roaches, but they're all gone. My bugs. My bugs. My bugs. My bugs. My bugs. My bugs. What do you guys think? Were you convinced until I took Oogie's Revenge into consideration? Let us know in the comments if you believe this game is canon or not, because who knows, this theory could still have a fighting chance. In case you'd like to see more Cartoon Conspiracies, we post episodes every Thursday, so you might want to subscribe so you don't miss any of our posts. You really won't miss any if you hit that little bell icon and join our notification squad. Also, my name is Arielle, and you can find me and my personal projects on all social media, including YouTube, Instagram, and DeviantArt under the nickname R2 Ninja Turtle. As always, friends, thank you for watching, and remember, Red Rider loves you!